This is a story about a teenager named John Mark who lives in Britain during a time when gangs of boys rules the street at night. Alex is a leader of a small gang who robs houses by pretending to be travelers in need. John Mark was being called by his gangs to have a plan. When John Mark arrived to their meeting place, they planned to rob the writer's house. Day passed after they planned to rob the writer's house. They successfully entered the house of the writer and beat him up, and even decided to rape his wife. However, the police are summoned. As the police entered the house of a writer, John Mark was the only one to take the fall and was sentenced into prison. As John Mark present, he heard about the experiment treatment to cure criminal disabilities. John Mark was chosen to be the first prisoner to put under the new treatment that he heard about. The police took him up into space room and let him entertain into fun. At first, he is excited about, but later on, they gave him a shot and strapped him to a chair before watching a film. John Mark began to feel sick every time he see horrible act that over 2 years period. He want to think no longer about doing bad because he doesn't want to feel sick. At the end of the treatment, he is shown of the government officials as pronounced cured. John Mark finally released and go home to find his parent. John Mark goes to their home to find his parent, but suddenly he couldn't find his parent because they brought into a tenant. As John Mark couldn't find his parent, he decided to commit suicide. But then, he goes into a library room to read Good Method. John Mark found the book and was enjoying to read of it. Suddenly, some of the men came, pretending to find books to read. But then later on, they disturbed John Mark and beat him up. John Mark was beaten up by men because he couldn't fight back to his treatment. The police arrived to break up the fight, but resolved that John Mark will take the fall to be present once again. One of the police was John Mark's old friend, but the officers take him out to the country and beat him. As John Mark beaten up and was out of the country, the writer came and found him. The writer decided to bring John Mark into his place. The writer managed to take care of John Mark and treat him well. As the time goes by, John Mark was fully recovered and reflecting on his life and recognized that he is growing up.